प्रेम से सुमापति महादेव की जय, वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। Let us all stand. We are about to begin with beautiful arti. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswati Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namo Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. निषदना तुमको ध्यावत हरि ब्रह्मा शिव जी। निषदना तुमको ध्यावत हरि ब्रह्मा शिव जी। जय अम्बे गौरी मैया, जय श्यामा गौरी। 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 ओम धूम दुर्गाय नमः। मांग सिंदूर विराजत एको मृग मद को। ओ मांग सिंदूर विराजत एको अमृत मद को। उज्ज्वल से जाओ नैना चंद्रवदननी। जय अम्बे गौरी मैया, जय श्यामा गौरी। हो मैया जय अम्बे गौरी मैया, जय श्यामा गौरी। सर्वदेशंस अम्बा मैया। कनक समान कलेवर रक्तांबर राजे। ओ कनक समान कलेवर रक्तांबर राजे। रक्त पुष्प गलमाला कंतार साजे। हरि जय अम्बे गौरी मैया, जय श्यामा गौरी। शुंभ निशुंभ विधारे महिषासुर गाते। ओ शुंभ निशुंभ विधारे महिषासुर गाते। धूम्र विलोचन नैना विश्रिन मदमात। जय अम्बे गौरी मैया, जय श्यामा गौरी। हो मैया जय अम्बे गौरी मैया, जय श्यामा गौरी। चौसठ युगनी गावत नृत्य करत भैरो। ओ 64 युगनी गावत नृत्य करत भैरो। बाजत मृदंगा और बाजत के डमरू। जय अम्बे गौरी मैया, जय श्यामा गौरी। हो मैया जय अम्बे गौरी मैया, जय श्यामा गौरी। अम्बा, जय जय अम्बा 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 अम्बा, जय जय अम्बा। कबलो के हमरे कबरिया हो बजरंग बली, कबलो के हमरे कबरिया हो बजरंग बली, बजरंग बली, बजरंग बली, बजरंग बली, बजरंग बली, बजरंग बली, बजरंग बली। कबलो के हमरे कबरिया हो बजरंग बली, कबलो के हमरे कबरिया हो बजरंग बली, 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 बजरंग बली। बली, बजरंग 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 बली। उमापति महादेव की जय। आस लीजिए सब लोग पर साल्टी कर सीट्स। As we take this wonderful opportunity to begin our night of prayer and devotion once more, we say warm and cordial welcome to each and everyone on this divine night where we praise Adi Shakti Jagadamba Mata, where we touch the feet of the Holy and the Divine Mother, praying for our choicest blessings, praying for health and strength, for happiness, for peace and for success and for all the good things in the world. As we prostrate to that Universal One, on behalf of this wonderful home and Parivar, we cordially welcome all. At this time, let us all sit upright. Let us close our eyes so that we can join in our mantras of invocation, where we pay adorations to our Lord, and we join in Omkar 3 times. वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देवा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा या देवी सर्वभूतेषु दुर्गारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु लक्ष्मीरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु सरस्वतीरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। ओम दुम दुर्गाय नमः। ओम दुम दुर्गाय नमः। ओम दुम दुर्गाय नमः। ओम दुम दुर्गाय नमः। जयन्ते मंगला काले भद्रकाले कपालिनी दुर्गा क्षमा शिवरात्रे स्वाहा स्वधा नमोस्तुते। रूपं देहि जायं देहि यशो देहि यशो देहि। रूपं देहि जायं देहि यशो देहि यशो देहि। ओम दुम दुर्गाय नमः। ओम दुम दुर्गाय नमः। ओम दुम दुर्गाय नमः। Prepare the visions to Lord, who is known to be the mighty and the powerful one. And as we join in our wonderful 40 verses of Sri Hanuman Chalisa, we prostrate at his divine feet. Shri Guru Charana Saroj Raja Nijamana Mukura Sudha Varna Raghuvar Vimala Jasu Jodaya Gopalacha बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरा पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देव मोहि हरो कलेश सर्वती शंस्तोलर श्री हनुमान जी पवन सुत हनुमान की। बजरंग बली 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 बजरंग बली। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीश तिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत तुल्य बलधाम अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नाम महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी भूत निवास सुमति के संगी वचन वरण विराज सुवेशा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसरी हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराज कांधे मूंज जनेऊ चारि संगर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बस बजरंग बली 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 बजरंग बली। रूप धरि सिय दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाए संजीवन लखन जियाई श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए रघुपति के ने बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय और कई सम भाई सहस वदन तुम्हारो जस अस कैसे पति कंठ लगावै सर्वाधिक ब्रह्मादि महेश्वर नारद शारद जय जय सायं वेद दिगपाल जाति कवि कविद कह सके कहानी तुमोपकार सुबेवै कीन्हा हम मिलाय राज पर दिन बजरंग बली 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 बली। तुमरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय जग जान युग सहस्र योजन पर भानो लील्योताहि मधुर फल जानो प्रभु मंत्र का मिल मुख माही गर्ज लांगे गए अक्षर जनाई दुर्गम जगत के देवी सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे तेरी राम दुआरे तुम रखवार हो चला गया कृपा सारे सब कला है तुम्हारे चरणा तुम रक्षक काहू करना आपड़ते समारो आवे इनहु लोक हम कते भूत पिशाच कट नहीं आवे महावीर 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 जब नाम सुनावे बजरंग बली बजरंग बली बजरंग बली बजरंग बली बजरंग बली ओ बजरंग बली बजरंग बली बोले ओम श्री हनुमते नमः। प्रणाम बजरंग नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा संकट ते हनुमान चुरावे मर्दम वचन जान जो लावे जब पर राम तपस्वी राजा इनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे चार युग पर ताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत विजयारा साधु संत के तुम रखवार असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट से दिनवन के दाता सबर देन जान के माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दस बजरंग बल बजरंग बली 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 Glory is नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा संकट ते हनुमान चुरावे मर्गम वचन जान जो सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा जिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे सोई अमित जीवन पल पावे चारों युग पर ताप तुम्हार है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारे साधु संत के तुम रखवार असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नवनिधि के दाता सबर दे जान के माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दस बजरंग बली 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 भजन राम को पावे जन्म जन्म के बिसरावे अंत काल रघुबरपुर जाय जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाए और देवता चित्तन धरि हनुमत से सर्व सुख करहि संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा सुमिरै हनुमत बलबीरा जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाय जो शत बार पाठ कर कोई तू दई बंदी महासिक होय जो यहाँ पर हनुमान चालीसा कोई सिद्धि साधी गौरी तुलसीदास सदा हरि तेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महादेवा बजरंग बली 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 Bajrang Bali, Bajrang Bali, oh Bajrang Bali, 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 Bajrang Bali. Pavan Tanaya Sankata Harana Mangala Murti Ram Lakshmana Sita Sahita Hridaya Basaho Surabhu Pavan Sudha Hanuman ki Jai, Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. We're about to begin our beautiful night in devotion and in prayer to that universal Lord. We're about to worship and adore. We're about to serve Adi Shakti Durga Devi Mata. She has taken many forms and many avatars in the world. And today, we are very close to the auspiciousness of Deepavali and Diwali, where we are worshipping the expansion of Durga Devi, Lakshmi Mata, Saraswati Devi, and all the Devis of the heavens. We're about to join in a chant all together. We praise Mahaviri Swami at this time, praying for health and strength. We are praying for the Lord to give us the motivation and the divine blessing of the universe. As we will join all together, we sing with love and we sing with prayer. Bajalo je Hanuman, Bajalo je Hanuman, Bajalo je Hanuman, Mahavir Bajrangi Shri Rama Rama Rama, Bajalo je Hanuman. We sing for Pawan Putra. Bajalo je Hanuman, Bajalo je Hanuman, Bajalo je Hanuman, Mahavir. Everybody bole. Om Shri Hanumate Namaha. Bajalo je Hanuman, Bajalo je Hanuman, Bajalo je Hanuman, Bajalo je Hanuman, Mahavir. Everybody bole Hari Jai Bajrang Bali. We praise the mighty one, the powerful one for health and strength. And we say, Lord, as the one who stood up for Bhagwan Sri Ram, we're inviting you to stand with us in the world. Jaya Shri Rama, 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 भजलो जी हनुमान, भजलो जी हनुमान, भजलो जी हनुमान। महावीर बजरंगी राम राम राम। भजलो जी everybody all together. Bhajalo je Hanuman, Bhajalo je Hanuman, Bhajalo je Hanuman. Mahavir Bajrangi Shri Ram Ram Ram, Bhajalo je Hanuman. We're about to dive in the golden pages of Devi Bhagavatam. It is said Adi Shakti, the Divine Mother, has taken many forms in the world. She has saved many people. She has shown her strength by many great bhaktas, many great saints, pandits, mahants, swamis, sadhus. It is said when you pray to the Divine Devi with a pure heart, with full faith and with devotion, she will accept your prayer and she will bless you. Today in our scripture, we're about to speak of a very powerful kahani. One that involves the Mother blessing all of us and nourishing us with everything that our heart desires. It is said while in Kailash Parvat, Lord Shiva and the Divine Devi, they're sitting and they're always looking down. They're looking down to see what we are doing in the world. They're looking to see how many people are doing good things and how many people are doing bad things. They're looking down to see how we are thinking in our decision making and what we are doing. And with every move that we make, the Divine Lord knows it all. The Lord reads our mind. The Lord knows it from our consciousness, what we will do and what we're about to do, what we would have done. And like we say, there's nothing that can be hidden when it comes to the Almighty. In our scripture, it says at one time in the universe, the great sage Narada, he travels the different hemispheres to see everything and everybody. Narada has been known to be the one who travels from all the hemispheres. Have you all ever heard and do you remember the birth of Narad Muni? You all remember the birth of Narad Muni? I know we have all my major bhaktas here. You're all supposed to know this. The birth of Narad Muni started in Bhagavatam. I'll put it in a nutshell. It started in Bhagavatam where a celestial Gandharva of the skies, a musician of the skies, he used to play music and he used to allow all the gods to dance and to enjoy. But one day while he sat down playing his instruments, he was so caught up in the devotion of playing the instrument. One great sage was passing and he never paid a respect to him. And the sage saw it as a disrespect. And he says, you know what? Even though you're engrossed in what you're doing as instruments and music, when the holy people pass, you drop what you're doing and you pay up pranams. And the sage decided to shrap him and say, you know what? Go down to the earth. And when you learn manners and values, you'll come back in the skies. So the sage shrapped him and cursed him and sent him to the earth. In order for him to suffer, he came to the earth, and it is said at the very moment where he was about to take birth, he came into the world, and at the age of 1, his father died. As a single mother growing up this child, the people of the village, they will pelt stones at them and they will run them. So the mother took a child and she went in the forest to live. And she lived with her son there. In a nutshell, it is said, this child grew up with morals and values and the ethics of her mother's word. And then one day he saw some holy saints and some sadhus. They were passing by and they were looking for a place to stay. And they decided to stay by him. While this child sits down every day and he looks at the attitude of the saintly people, he started to like their character. He started to like the way they were living. He started to learn from them. He was looking at the way they would eat. He was looking at the way they would meditate, the way they will do japa, and he was asking questions, and they taught him as a child. At the age of 5, he was learning how to pray to the Divine Lord. And which God were they teaching him to pray to? Bhagwan Shri Vishnu. One day when the saints had left the home and they had gone, he accompanied the saints so that he will allow them to reach to the nearby village. And upon returning to his mother, he realized that his mother was no more. She had departed, and he was on his own now. No father, no mother. And where did he go? He walked into the depths of the forest and he sat down as a child. And what the saints taught him, he practiced that. He sat down beneath a tree and he started to meditate. And while meditating, the Divine Lord, Sri Mahavishnu, manifested in his heart. And with the glance of the energy of the Divine Lord, he begged, Prabhu, please stay with me. I love the feeling of you along my side. And the Lord says, I will only come to my devotees and give you a glance. Just feel the rust. Just feel the nectar. Just feel the bliss. And after that, you will have to earn it now. So this child sat down and he begged and he begged and he prayed to feel back the same feeling, to bring back the Divine Lord. And he never got the opportunity. But for the rest of his life, he sacrificed, he fasted, he barely ate anything, he barely drank anything. And he would pray, and he would pray, and he would pray. And at the last moment, when his soul was about to leave the body, the Lord manifested and he says, child, I'm satisfied. You were a Gandharva one day, you were musicians one day, you came down and you started to learn devotion, and you started to pray, and I love your devotion. So here's what, travel the world now and spread devotion. And instead of getting back a body in the skies or even on the earth, Mahavishnu says, you'll be given all the authority to travel from this day. And wherever you want to travel and chant the name of the Lord, you'll be given that blessing. Nobody in the heavens and the skies will be able to stop you. Nobody in the earth will be able to stop you. Nobody in Patal Lok will be able to stop you from all the regions of the universe. If anybody ever stops you from entering their region, you chant my name. And wherever my name is heard, all negativity will disappear. Hence he traveled everywhere. And what did he chant? Narayan, Narayan. Nobody stops me because I am blessed by Narad, the divine Narayan. And I will be called from that day Narad Muni. It is said the great saint travels the universe and he will look for all the things in the world. He travels Swarga Loka, he travels Mrityu Loka, he travels Pata Loka. And one day he looks down and he sees the sorrow of the people. People are crying because they don't have anything to live with. Many people don't have food. Many people don't have finance. Many people don't have a proper home. And people are suffering in the earth. And the Katha says that when he travels the world, he would like to ask a question. And in order to ask the question, who will he turn to? Well, the Lord says, in the name of Lord Vishnu, he says, when you have the questions, you turn to the great ones and you turn to the preceptors. But before he goes to the great souls and the saints, he pays his pranams to the Divine Mother of the universe. We praise Adi Shakti. Mata Parvati Devi Mata Dehi Annapurne Mata Dehi Miksham Dehi Mata, Mata He Mata, He Mata, Om Shri Mata Lalitamba. He Mata, He Mata, Om Shri Mata. Everybody boliye, Jai Durga. He Mata, He Mata, He Mata, He Mata, He Mata, He Mata, Kanchikama, Kanchikama, माता हे माता हे माता हे माता हे माता हे माता मधुर मीनाक्षी ललितांबा मधुर मीनाक्षी ललितांबा माता हे माता हे माता हे माता काशी विलासी ललितांबा काशी विलासी ललितांबा हे माता 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 अन्नपूर्णे ललितांबा अम्बापूर्णे ललितांबा हे माता हे माता राधे गोविंदा Adoration to the Divine Mother in the form of Durga Devi. He Mata, He Mata, He Mata, He Mata, Chandi Tamune Lalitamba, Chandi Tamune Lalitamba, He Mata, He Mata, He Mata. Everybody go there. हे माता हे माता हे माता हे माता अर्धा नारी ललितांबा अर्धा नारी ललितांबा हे माता हे माता हे माता हे माता राजराजेश्वरी ललितांबा राजराजेश्वरी ललितांबा राजराजेश्वरी ललितांबा राजराजेश्वरी ललितांबा राजराजेश्वरी ललितांबा राजराजेश्वरी हे माता ओम श्री माता ललितांबा ओम श्री माता ललितांबा ओम श्री माता ललितांबा अकन्दमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तमेन चराचरं तत्परं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की। The Katha says that while Narad Muni travels the world on all the hemispheres, he sees many people suffering. Do you know how many people today they are suffering? Do you know how many people today don't have food? How many people today don't know how to get up and just get something because they don't have the resources to do so? Do you know how many people are starving day by day? Do you know how many people don't have finances to get anything at all? They have to rely on begging. Do you know how many people don't even have a proper health so that they can get up and work or even move forward? And do you know how many people have everything and they still don't know how to live? Do you know how many people have little and they can't be happy? And do you know how many people have everything and they're never happy? Today Narad Muni looks at the world and he sees a different transformation in the world. He sees people suffering. People, they are living with sickness and ill health. People are walking around the world, they are poverty stricken. Some people have nothing at all. And Narad Muni looks at it, the world, and he says to himself, why are people living like this? How is it that so many people are suffering? How is it that so many people are living in this mentality? You know, I remember a nice example. Like I was now saying, that there are many people who have everything in the world, but they don't have a good heart. And there are many people who have nothing, and they have the best heart. There are people who are struggling day to day, and if you ask them for anything, they're willing to give you everything. And there are people who have everything, and if you ask them, they hold back everything they have. I'll give you that personal experience. I'm not sure if I gave it here as yet. But I'll give you the personal experience. Recently, when I was in India, I was walking with an uncle, one of the uncles on the trip. And he was walking through this space that was called Haridwar. And while we were walking, there was one young girl, one little child. She looked nothing more than probably, like 6 or 7. My mom was there, Arish was there. She was probably like 6 or 7 years old. And she came up to me and she's like, Uncle, bhuk lag raha ho na, paisa de do na. And I looked and I said, if you happen to pull out money there, hundreds are cheering and run you down. I said, no. I'm busy. I'm helping Dad walk to the bus. It's about probably 20 minutes walk. He has a stick to walk with. And it's a long walk, so I have to help him sometimes just hold the hand or just ensure he's okay. And I'm walking side beside him. While we were walking, after 5 minutes, this child is walking next to me and she will come up to me again. She'll be, Uncle? And I looked and I said, Kya hua? Kya hua? Jao na. Go, I'm helping Uncle. And she will keep walking. For 20 minutes walk, she's walking. It doesn't matter if there's a crowd, she's fighting her way through, she's going and to all the extent just to be able to walk alongside me, waiting. And I know in my mind, this is kind of like the mentality. So they will wait until you reach your destination point and they will stand up now and they will ask you for something. Nonetheless, I didn't pay attention. I kept walking again now, and after about halfway or 3/4 way now, she's like, Uncle, kya hua? Paisa de do na. I'm hungry, give me some money. I said, listen, look at my father here. He not well, you have a stick, you walk in for 15 minutes now. Why don't you give me something to eat? Why don't you give Dad something to eat? And she just smiled and she's, How much money you have? What you make today? How much people here beg for money? What did you make today? Why do you give me something instead? And she's kept smiling with me with a nice smile, not like anything wrong and she feeling bad or anything. She kept smiling with me. And I just kept walking. And we reached by the bus now. And Uncle is about to step up to go into the bus. And she's still standing there. And I said, let me have a conversation with her. Kahan se? Where you from? What are you doing here? Where's your parents? You have any brother? You have any sister? Is anybody else here? And she's talking to me like normal conversation, like we're friends. And after having the conversation, she waits a little bit. I say, okay, well, I'll see you, bye. But Uncle, something now. I said, listen, my father is tired and he's now gone in the bus. He's hungry. I am tired and I'm hungry. All day, and we're speaking in a Hindi dialect conversation. All day we are tired, we're hungry. Why you don't give me something? How much money you make? You're 20? Give me a 20. And for a second, she did this. And she gave up. You give me something now. Paisa de do na. I said, listen, in my mind, for that same second, I was telling Adish, I think I mentioned to my mom, I said, can you imagine whatever she worked for that day, maybe so little. She's begging, she might get 1 rupee. And I'm asking for 20, or give me 30, or what do you have? And for a second, she budged to just dip her hand in the pocket and she came back. And in that split of a second, I say, you know what? If she decides to give me something, I'll give her double that. Just for the heart that she has. And I tested her. And after she kept standing around and everybody's gathering together now, I said, you know what? You have 50 rupees, give me 50 rupees. I'm hungry, I'm going to get something to eat. Give me 50 rupees. Uncle, I don't want to hear nothing. Give me 50 rupees. Hey, uncle. Hello, take. And she took out 50 rupees and she gave it to me. I didn't want to take it, but I said, you know what? Look at the heart that she has. She looked with rag clothes. She's looking, as we say, less fortunate. She has been following me for about 20 minutes or half an hour. She's just begging for money. But at the same time, I said to her, give me money. And she pulled out 50 rupees and she gave it to me. And without a hesitation, I said, you know what? Nah, boy. I put that money in my pocket just to treasure it. But I took out a 500 from the next one. Then I have plenty money, don't worry. Me rich. When you convert the money, you just have $560. What is $560 to give a child who's begging? And she took out the 50 and she gave it to me. So I took out the 500 and I gave it to her. And she said, no, I don't want it, I don't want it. Why? That's too much money. That is too much. What do you mean too much money? And you're hungry? Take this, you'll buy something to eat, you'll buy something to drink, take it back home, feed somebody home. You have a brother, you have a sister, give somebody home. She said, no, if I take home $500, my father will feel I steal it. Because we don't come home with so much money. And with that innocent mind, I cannot take home 500 rupees. I have 50, I probably have 100, but that's it. And I looked at the mentality and I said, look at a child who begs and she have nothing. And she took out her 50, I don't know what else she had. I don't know if she had to buy something to eat. I don't know how long she took to make that 50, but she took it out and just said, okay, uncle. And I gave her 500. And I forced her to take it. I just put it in her hand. And her brother was right there, a little boy. And what they do is they come and they will ask you for money. And at the same time, they're asking you to put a ticker for you. They have these stamps. You could stamp a little Om, or you could stamp a Trishul, or you could stamp something there. And if they give you a stamp, well, then they're ready to ask you for money. When we gave the 500, she looked at the brother. Chandan. Everybody get Chandan after that. Free of charge. Everybody get Chandan. They never complain. But you know what I looked at? Some people have everything. And if you go and you say, I want something to drink. Just bring something small for him now. He harassing me. Just give him something small, there you go. Some people have everything. And if you look at them and you say, you know what? We need assistance for something. Maybe for a home for the elderly. A home for the children. Something to assist in some way. I don't know. No, check me next time. Check me next time. But there are people who have nothing. And if you just stand there, they will find a way to give you something because they know moral values and standards in living. They have an etiquette in life. They know the way of living. You give and you will receive. But the people who have, they are hoarding and holding on to what they have because they're scared they lose the little that they give. Think about it in the world. We are living in Kali Yuga. And in today's world, how many people will give back to the world? How many people will give back to somebody who's deserving? Who gives back? The people who are in the middle class and probably a little lower than that, they help and they give the poor and they feed the poor and they do so much. Very rare you'll find somebody now who's of the status to say, you know what, just give everybody. How much is the conversion of money when we think about it? When you go to the places where there are poor people. On my last trip, I saw one man. He walked up to the store and he says, this guy was on a trip with us. He says, you know, how much for a pack of chips? 5 rupees. 5 rupees is about 25 cents or something. He asked his store owner, here's what? I want 100. You have 100? 100? We don't sell so much. They don't even sell that amount to have 100. Okay, how much you have? Bring all. Bring everything. Take the money, which is very little, and feed everybody now. And children just came. And we travel places, and if we're about to feed somebody, we think, well, if you convert the money, and we start to convert, and we start to look for dollar, and we start to look at the little things, we start to tally in our mind how to cut back and how to hold back because I got to spend too. And I have to spend for this, and I have to spend for that. But what about people in the world who have nothing? And we are extending our arms to help. In life, it is not about how much puja you can do. It is not about how much prayer you can say. It is not about how much parasad you can offer. But learning to live with the words of Baba Bhagwan Shri Satya Sai. How to live with people. how to talk to people, how to laugh with people. How much people could sit here tonight and say, you know what, when I walk in a place, everybody smiles and laughs with me. And how many people could say, when I walk in a place, everybody just scatter and go their own way. There are different kinds of people in the world. How do you want to live? Listen. Durga Bhavani Ma Jai Jai Ambe Ma. The Katha says that Narad Muni goes and he sees people suffering in the world. And while everybody's suffering, he doesn't know how to see people in pain and distress because he likes to help people. Some people like to see you happy and successful in life, and some people don't like to see you successful, they like to see you fall. If people see that you're struggling, they laugh and say, yeah, thank God I on top, and he, don't worry, gradually go make it there. And some people, when they see you below, they say, what are you doing down there? Come, let me help you. What do you need? How many true people you have in your life to help you? And how many people you have in your life surrounding you by the crowds, but nobody wants to see you happy? Think about the company you keep. Durga Bhavani Ma Jaya Jaya Ambe Ma. Durga Bhavani Ma Jaya Jaya Ambe Ma. Kalika Palini Ma Jaya Jaya Ambe Ma. Kalika Palini Ma Jaya Jaya Ambe Ma. Kalika Palini Ma Jaya Jaya Ambe Ma. Durga Bhavani Ma Jaya Jaya Ambe Ma. Everybody boli. Hari. Param Shivayini Ma Jai Jai Ambe Ma. Param Shivayini Ma Jai Jai Ambe Ma. Param Shivayini Ma Jai Jai Ambe Ma. Durga Bhavani Ma Jaya Jaya Ambe Ma. Everybody go. Jai Jai Shambhe Ma. Today, my friends, Narad Muni looks at the world and he sees everybody suffering, and you know what? He went to the Guru Brihaspati, the Guru of the skies and universe. He says, great sage and Maharishi, I want you to explain to me, why is it that people in the world are suffering when they pray? How come when people pray, they get more problems? We say that sometimes. I pray, and no matter how hard I pray, I still have trouble. No matter how hard I do devotion, I'm still having problems. How come people are praying, but they're not getting the result? And then the Guru says, it is how they are praying. Are they praying sincerely from their mind and their heart? Or are they praying because they just want people to see? Are they praying forgetting the whole world? Or are they praying because they just want to be acknowledged for what they do? The Guru says, look at the karma of people. Karmas are of two types, good karma and bad karma. If you were to weigh the odds tonight, do you think you have more good karma than bad karma? Or do you think that you've established more bad than good? How much people think you have more good than bad karma? Let me see your hand. A little afraid, eh? Nobody will judge you. Yeah? Yeah, what? And how many people think you have more bad done good. Yeah? At least you're honest. You see, one of the most important things in life that one gets a credit for and a blessing for is acceptance. If you can accept, if me and you can accept, you know what? I think I do plenty bad things in my life. I have to pay for it. If you have the mental ability to accept something, it's a means of surrender. That's what the Lord wants. Do you remember that day when Yashoda Maya was about to tie Bhagwan Shri Krishna? And the mother tried and she tried and she tried and she couldn't tie him. And after a while she says, you know what? I realize I can't tie you. I give up. Go ahead. The Lord wants you to acknowledge your mistakes, to accept your wrong, and just give up. And everything else will flow. But if you know that you're in the wrong sometimes, but you're holding on to that, you know what, I'm wrong, but nobody you know, don't worry, I alone know. Let me hold on. No, I was right. Everybody, I was right. But mentally, you know you're wrong. You're holding on to the wrong notion of what is happening in your life. Then you're going more and more into the depths and the pits of hell and negativity. Acceptance is important. Accept you're wrong when you're wrong. Accept the things that are not right in your life. And accept change. Many of us, we don't know how to accept change. We need to know when to accept change and when to move forward. We need to know when to let go of baggages that are pulling us down and how to move forward. And the Guru says, Narada, people don't know how to let go. They're holding on to a grudge. They're holding on to a fight. They're holding on to something that somebody did to them. They're holding on to a word that somebody said to them. And because of that, they stand still, like we say, top in mud. And they can't move forward. We need to let go sometimes of the things of the world in order to move forward. And Narada says, well, if the world and people of the world, they're living like this, then what to do to help them? Durga Bhavani Ma, Jaya Jaya Ambe Ma, Durga Bhavani Ma, Jaya Jaya Ambe Ma. Durga Bhavani Ma, Jai Jai Ambe Ma, Jaya Jaya Durga Ma, Jaya Jaya. Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki. So it is said today, Narad Muni, who can accept wrong here now? It says Narad Muni, he saw the world suffering and he decided to ask the Guru, so what to do when you see people in illness and sickness and temptations and problems? In life, you will see it many a times. When you see it, many people will be confused as to what to do, what is right and what is wrong. What is really right and what is wrong in life? Because what I think might be right, you might think is wrong. What I think, my friends, is correct, you might think is not correct. What you do and believe in your life is something that is good, I may not like it. How do you know what is right and what is wrong? So today in our scripture, the Katha tells us, it says beautifully that while Narada is asking the question, the Guru decides to give him a little kahani, a little story. He says one day in the world, there was a great saint and his wife. They would sit down and pray every single day. And who was their prominent deity that they will pray to? They will pray to Durga Devi Mata, Bhagavati Devi. They will glorify Bhagavati Maya. And every day when they will glorify the mother, whatever they wanted to ask for, they will ask for it. It says when our hearts are pure, the mother will accept our prayer and she will listen to our cry. And whatever you want to achieve in the world, you will receive it. But remember, the heart must be pure and divine. So they will sit and they will pray, Maya, we want to have a child in the world. Can you bless us with a daughter? And whenever anybody begs for a child, whenever the devotees or when any one of us have a child in the world, one of the first things we always say is, I hope my child is a good child. Not so? Every parent wants to say, my child is a good child. My child don't do anything wrong. My child don't give problems. My child don't bring shame into the family and into our lives. And they will ask for a divine child. And while they are praying for a holy child, it is said Devi Durga will hear the prayer, the cry of the saintly people, and Devi will bless them. When Devi blesses them, it is said after a few months, the wife of the saint was blessed with a child. They got a beautiful baby girl, a wonderful daughter. And when they got this child, the child came into the world like every ordinary child. The child came into the world like every child, happy, laughing, enjoying life, and growing up to adore everything that she sees. She's living in society now, and she's reaching at the age of 5 and 6. At the age of 5 and 6, children start to pick up friends. Look at the two of them. They start to pick up friends. They start to enjoy their company. At that particular age, all the love that you want to share with them, they then change it. The love changes because now their friend is their best company. Now laughter is their best company. Now the friendship that they will keep is what will keep them going. And this little girl, she goes to school every day and she's making her friends. Her father will try as a saint to teach her that whenever the days come and the auspicious days come, remember to pray. We must teach our children that no matter how much playtime they have, when it's time to pray, it's time to pray. No matter how much you will enjoy the world, when it's time to do your prayer, when it's time to fast, when it's time to learn a mantra, when it's time to do devotion, remember, prayers is important. And on that beautiful day, it is said the mother will sit with their child and they will give her knowledge. When you do your prayer, you put your hands together. When you close your eyes, you pray from your heart. When you want to chant for the mother, you chant Om Jayanti Mangala Kali, Badra Kali Kapalini, Durga Kshama Shivadatri, Swaha Swadhana Mostude. And they will teach their daughter how to pray. Have we taught our children how to pray? Have we taught our children morals and values and how to live in the world? Well, today, the child learns to glorify Devi. And one day she sits down at the feet of the mother in the form of Saraswati Mata, and she glorifies her like this. Saraswati Namostubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Krishyami Sirirvautame Sada Amba Bhavani Sharade Jagadamba Bhavani Sharade Amba Bhavani Sharade Jagadamba Bhavani Sharade Bolo Sahitya Rasapani Sarsa Ulasini Sahitya Rasapani Sarsa Ulasini Sahitya Rasapani Sarsa Ulasini Kavijana Bhojini Kama Vilotini Kavijana Bhojini Kama Vilotini Amba Bhavani Sharade Jagadamba Bhavani Sharade Amba Bhavani Sharade Jagadamba Bhavani Singara Rasapani Vani Girvani Singara Rasapani Vani Girvani Singara Rasapani Vani Girvani Sarvavira Rasapani Sarsa Ulasini Sarvavira Rasapani Sarsa Ulasini Amba Bhavani Sharade Jagadamba Bhavani Sharade Amba Bhavani Sharade Jagadamba Bhavani Sharade Om Shri Saraswati Namaha. संगीत नार प्रिय नारतनुमाय, संगीत नार प्रिय नारतनुमाय. संगीत नार प्रिय नारतनुमाय, रत्नहार शोभिनी राजे विलोचनी, रत्नहार शोभिनी राजे विलोचनी. अम्बा भवानी शारदे, जगदम्बा भवानी शारदे, अम्बा भवानी शारदे, जगदम्बा भवानी शारदे. हरि अम्बे. और तो क्या बताओ? अम्बा भवानी शारदे, जगदम्बा भवानी शारदे, अम्बा भवानी शारदे, जगदम्बा भवानी शारदे. माँ शारदे, अम्बा शारदे, 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 माँ शारदे, माँ शारदे. या देवी सर्वभूतेषु सरस्वती रूपेण संस्थिता, नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः. Saraswati Mata ki. Today it is said, Narad Muni goes to the great sage and he decides now to give him the message of the world. He says on the earth, while this saintly person and his wife would have begged for a child, they got a wonderful daughter and they started now to teach this daughter how to pray and how to glorify the Devi. As the days were going by, every year they would have waited for the right time and the right moment. Whenever Navratri would have come, they would have done their full 9 days of devotion and worship to Durga Devi. It is said whenever auspicious days for Devi worship would have been seen and heard, they would have sacrificed everything and they would have done their prayer. The day has come now. And while the day has come, the time has come where the child is becoming older. And while she's becoming older, suddenly now, the body becomes afflicted with negativities. We can pray as much as we want to pray, but according to our karma and our destiny, what has to be there for us will be there. Nobody can stop it. There's a path that will come for us. We all have a goal that we want to achieve, but nobody knows if you'll ever be able to complete the goal. We all have a dream in our mind. I want to become this. I want to become this person. I want to reach the stars. I want to achieve something. And you can have the best goal and the best idea right now. And if tomorrow you wake up with a stroke, all plans go down the drain. We take life for granted. We take what we have for granted. We take the people in our lives for granted. And we don't appreciate what we need to appreciate. Instead, we run after the world and we see everything else outside there. But we don't see what is right in front of us. While this child is growing up, it is said the body becomes afflicted. Suddenly the child becomes ill. Suddenly the child picks up a fever. Then little marks are starting to come out on his skin. The child is becoming uneasy now. They start going to all the Ayurvedic doctors that they have. They started going to great saints and many great pundits. Narad Muni is listening to the kahani and his heart starts to hurt. This is a child. It is just a child. So then what? Then what from now? And the Guru is continuing the message. He says the child is there and days have passed and weeks have passed and months have passed and all the parents will do is teach his child how to continue with prayer. And the child is continuing devotion. Even though the child will reach a point of being bedridden, the child will still open the mouth and still say, Om Dum Duragaya Namaha. We are tested in many ways in the world. We are tested mentally. We are provoked by the world. We are provoked by people. We are tested spiritually. Whenever troubles and adversities come in our life, many times we are ready to give up. We are ready to give up for many reasons. But Bhagwan is only testing you day by day. In Bhagavatam it happened. In Ramcharitamanas it happened. In all the great books it would have happened. And God tests our faith. Are you going to be the weak one who just gives up? The child prays nonetheless, and while days and weeks and years are about to dawn, there's no sign of a solution. But they will never give up. Every day a mother will sit and she will hold the hand of the child and she will pray. And while she's praying, there was one particular day that the child looked at the mother and the child starts to cry. And the child says, Maya, what to do now? When I can't move my body and my body is in pain and in illness and in sickness, what to do now? And the mother leaves now where the child was, and the mother went into the prayer room area. And the mother dropped on her knees and started to beg the Divine Devi. It is said on that day when Sita Mata sat down and realized that Ravana came in and Ravana raised a sword by her head. Sita Mata, she never looked at Ravana, but she says, Ravana, if you decide to raise your sword and to behead me, my Lord will destroy you. And Ravana heard the strength of a woman and he walked away. And as soon as he walked away, what did Sita Mata do? She was sitting on the ground. She took both her hands and she hit at the earth. And when she hit, she started to cry and she begged the mother. Sometimes in life we must learn to get out of the ego, give up the ego, and pray with humility. Listen. Karakritavana do karadevi lokahilokata paramasane Vitarahurago ravakaraloha Karahiti palana de karahoha Ramasiyata karate bhadi Sote karahi sunahi sunahi Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Bolo. Oh, Sarati Parati Loka Atira Karahi Sunahi Parata Paradeha Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram Oh Mangala Bhavana Mangala Hare Javahu Sudacharanam Adara Vihare Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai All together with love, बोलिए Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai everybody बोलिए Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai one more time Ram Siya Ram Everybody प्यारी श्री राम जय रामा जया क्या श्री राम जय रामा राम सिया राम जय जय राम राम सिया राम जय राम वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय. Just like Sita Mata, one day Sita Devi was ready to give up. To those who know Ramayana, that day when Ravana came with a sword and he says, I'll behead you, she held her strength from within. And mentally she says, you know what? If you want to behead me, but my Lord will find you and he will destroy you. He will rip you from limb to limb. And Ravana heard the words of her mother, a Devi, and he stopped there and then. And he turned away and he walked away. And she held her breath. And the moment Ravana walked away and she realized he was not there anymore, she took a deep breath. How much more can I bear? How much more can I deal with? And she took a hand and she hit at the earth. Ma, Bharati Mata, how can you see a Devi suffering like this? Open your earth and take me, Maya. God's in the skies. How can you look at me suffering like this? Come down and take me back to the skies. And if not, I will light a fire right here and I will burn this body. It doesn't make sense. I live and I'm suffering. We say the same thing too. Sometimes we are frustrated with life and you say, it doesn't make sense. I live if I have to suffer. Why live like this? Why live in this condition where every day we are fighting, where every day we are miserable, every day we are frustrated, every day we are in a depression, every day we are suffering, we are living a sad life sometimes. And people think to themselves, why am I living like this? Best I end my life, no? Why think of just ending so quickly? There's an avenue. Remember something. Anytime you're going through something in your life and you're suffering, anytime you're going through something and you're feeling hurt or you're feeling disturbed about it, remember these words. When Sita Mata said to the gods, I feel like giving up, they looked at the mother and they said, Maya, hold on a little bit longer. Pray harder, Maya. The Lord is very close. When she hit at the earth and she says, Dharti Mata, open your earth and take me. I don't want to live here anymore. Even Dharti Mata whispered to the mother, hold on, success is close by. You will smile soon, you will dance soon, you will laugh soon, you will enjoy the best of everything. God is just testing you and He's provoking you to see how strong you are. Are you strong or are you weak? Today, to all of us who are here, ask yourself, am I strong or am I weak? What I mean, if you're strong or you're weak, the adversities that will come in your life, a financial problem will hit you. A personal crisis might hit your life. Something may hamper your mind. In your job, in your home, wherever you go, somebody might try to break your concentration and break your spirit. Are you strong or are you weak? If you're strong, then you can fight. And how do you become strong? Prayer is the answer. When you pray, Bhagwan stands with you. When you pray, the Lord walks with you. When you pray hard, the deities, they will drop everything from the skies and they will come with you. And no matter what the world brings at your door, at your doorstep, the Lord will always be there with you. And who to pray more for a divine blessing? Devi Durga. You might pray to Mahadev and he will protect you. But a mother will always have the compassion to protect you even more. Pray to Durga Devi. When you feel down, pray to Durga Mata. When you feel depressed, pray to Durga Devi. When you feel lost in life, go to the Murti and hold on to the Murti. Do you remember that day, Mirabai? Ma, will I get married? You sure I'll get married? Who I'll go marry? You think my husband will treat me nice? You think he go beat me? You think he go talk to me with sweet words? How will he treat me? I don't know. Are Meera, just hold on to the Murti of Lord Krishna. That's your husband right there. War is done. He's Lord of the universe. He will never treat you bad. Have faith in your God. Have faith in your Murtis. Hold on to your Murtis sometimes and hug them and say, Lord, you know what I'm going through in my life. I'm hugging you, Lord. Give me peace of mind. Give me happiness. Show me the right path in life. Show me a direction. Show me what to do and what not to do. But Lord, show me to become a successful person one day because I am strong. I am not weak. We will gain strength if we pass the test of life. And you know what? All the tests we go through in life, you know what? A time comes where you'll sit back and look back and say, you know, I remember that time. That was a time. It was one of the hardest times. And I don't know how to do it. Dave? Jai Bhagwan. It was one of the hardest time in my life and I don't know how I made it. But you know what? Today, sit back and look back and say, you know what? I am here. From one time to another. From one time to the other. This time too will pass. Adi Shankaracharya says, this time too will pass. Nothing will last forever. He will break you. He will turn you upside down. He will spin you in a circle. But He's only testing you. We came with a purpose. And every pain and every sorrow we go through, it's a karma waiting to be burnt. And if you don't burn it, then you will die suffering. And if you stand your grounds and you go through it with a pure heart and with faith, then friends, you will survive. And when you survive, from that day of survival, nothing will bring you down. You'll be the most powerful person in the world. Power is not money. Power is not a big house. Power is not wealth. Power is not the things that you're having materially in the world and physically in the world. Power starts with your inside. Power starts with the gut feeling that you put an inner strength with. The feeling to rise above anything in the world. You all see me jump off the plane, right? You all see me jump off the plane? I didn't see Adish jump off. When you sit in the plane and you hear the pilot turn around and he say, time to jump. And you look down and you're about 17, 18,000 feet in the air. And you say, are you really going to do this thing, boy? Fear comes in your heart for a second. Fear because you don't know what to expect. What will happen next? Will I just fall? Will I just drop? Will the parachute open out? Will anything go wrong? A fear for the millisecond of your life will be there. That millisecond for us would last a lifetime. But it's only a little minute or a little moment in your life. And as soon as you jump, the air from the earth pushes you up. And the air from the skies keeps you, maintains you at a point. And you're just there in a position now. And while you're there, you're not falling and you're not going up. You stand still. There's nothing to listen to. Think about it. If you go down to the depths of the ocean and you listen, what will you hear? Nothing. There's no noise in the world. There's no noise in the universe. And when you're in the sky and you're just sailing, coming down from the parachute, there's no sound. You're seeing cars moving, but you can hear nothing. You're seeing vehicles. You're seeing people in their backyard. You're seeing people doing many things, but there's no sound. And in the midst of being in mid-air, there is no sound at all. It's totally silent. And for that split of a second, when you think that you'll just be falling from a plane, how'd it go? I'm falling from what? Above. You're falling for nobody. You're falling, and in mid-air, you're gliding very easily and you're coming down. And in midst of coming down, there's total silence. And you know what? A reality kicks in. Do you remember I always said to people, when a child is born, the father holds the baby and throws the baby in mid-air? What does the baby experience? I experience it to remember it, because the child doesn't remember it. In mid-air, there's silence. There's nothing to grab on and to hold on to. There's nobody to hold on to. And you're just sailing, coming down, and there's silence. And in that silence, you look at the world from above and you start to think now. In the midst of silence, the mind starts to tick and the consciousness brings answers to all your problems. And in the midst of silence, the answers will come. On that day when I was coming down, you had time now in mid-air to think. And there's no wind in the mid-air, and there's no noise, and you say, wow, look at the world from a higher view. And you don't just see it with the eyes. The mind wakes up to a higher view. Look at them walking in the ground and they feel they're real big because they're walking in the rock. And you're looking from above as a different person with a different IQ and a different view. And look at that man driving the best car over there. and you're just seeing everything and everybody's life, and you're saying one day you'll leave everything behind and you'll be looking from above and you can't do anything and there'll only be silence. What will you do at that point? Organizing a trip just now for anybody who wants to skydive. Anybody want to jump off a plane, you can let me know. You'll overcome your fear. Narad Muni, he sees the daughter suffering, he hears about her suffering. And the Guru says the only way she could have rise above that point of suffering, the mother sat down there and she begged and she begged and she begged. And who did she beg? Jai Devi Mahakali Re, Jai Devi Mahakali Re, Adi Shakti Ma Jagaki Janani Ranachandi Mahakali Re, Jai Devi Mahakali Re, Jai Devi Mahakali Re, Jai Devi Mahakali Re, Jai Devi Mahakali Re. Everybody go, विष्णु शिव स्वरूपिणी तू है माँ वरदायिनी रे, तू है माँ वरदायिनी रे। ब्रह्म विष्णु शिव स्वरूपिणी तू है माँ वरदायिनी रे, तू है माँ वरदायिनी रे। ब्रह्म विष्णु शिव स्वरूपिणी तू है माँ वरदायिनी रे। जय देवी जय देवी जय देवी महाकाली रे, जय देवी महाकाली रे। मुंडमाल कप्पर करधारी ज्वालामुखी विकरालिनी रे, ज्वालामुखी विकरालिनी रे। मुंडमाल कप्पर करधारिणी ज्वालामुखी विकरालिनी रे, ज्वालामुखी विकरालिनी रे। मुंडमाल कप्पर करधारिणी ज्वालामुखी विकरालिनी रे। जय देवी जय देवी जय देवी महाकाली रे, जय देवी महाकाली। Everybody बोले हारिणी तु शुंभकारिणी शरणागत प्रतिपालिनी रे, शरणागत प्रतिपालिनी। दुःखहारिणी तु शुंभकारिणी शरणागत प्रतिपालिनी रे, शरणागत प्रतिपालिनी रे। दुःखहारिणी तु शुंभकारिणी शरणागत प्रतिपालिनी रे। जय देवी जय देवी जय देवी महाकाली रे, जय देवी महाकाली। जय देवी महाकाली रे, 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 Narad Muni that day, he spoke to the Guru, and the Guru starts to narrate and to tell to him that the only way you can receive the darshan of the Divine Mother, if your body is filled with sickness, leprosy, illness, you are suffering from poverty, you are having many different difficulties in your path and in your life. He says, then you fast and you pray to the Divine Devi. When you fast and you pray, you do a consecutive fast. He says to those who take 9 grains and they worship 9 grains for 9 Fridays. To those who will light lights by each of the grain to represent now Durga Devi. To those who will crack the dry coconuts and to those who will place the green coconuts. And they will worship Devi Mata for 9 weeks. If you're going through sickness and illness and negativities, you pray, you forget the world, and when that moment comes, you offer prayer to Devi Durga. Then when the mother is satisfied with your devotion, she'll remove any form of illness and sickness that you have. One of the problems we have in the world is we're ready to give up too fast and too easy. But if you stand with your feet and you hold on to your devotion, the mother's waiting to bless you. All it takes is patience. Like we say, patience is virtue. That the Narada heard of the blessing of the mother. And when the mother started to pray, the daughter who is lying down on the bed, out of devotion, the child suddenly starts to visualize and see a light in front of her. It was no ordinary light, it was Durga Devi Mata. As a mother prays for her child, it was Devi Durga waiting to bless that child and to burn the last bit of karma that she had to undergo. We can burn our karma by prayers and by devotion and tapasya. And when we chant the name of Devi, we will burn our karmas. And the child, although she couldn't move, when she saw the light, she lifted herself from the bed. She stood on her 2 feet and she rested her hand on top of the light, realizing that she was touching the feet of Durga Devi. And she couldn't believe that she was standing. And the mother smiles at her. And the mother shines a radiant energy within her body. And from that day, that child came down and she started to run about, understanding that Durga Devi is not just a form of Devi, but she's a spark and an energy that will keep us going. Jagadamba Mata Ki! Aaj Shakti Durga Mata Ki Jai! Durga Devi is not just an energy of a god or a goddess. She's an energy that is flowing within our entire body, giving us the willpower to do things, to move and to not move. She has the ability to allow us to either sit or to get up and move. And the choice is always up to you. We have the mind to do anything in the world. We can be lazy if we want to be lazy, or we could get up and move if we want to move. Not so, Haribol? Jai Narayan. Vrindavan Vihari Lal Ki! This is where we end our beautiful message. Understand the power of Devi Durga. Sometimes you don't need to sit in a yagya just to get blessings of Devi. You can sit in your home and do japa. There was one thing that was mentioned in the scripture. It says that to those who could sit down and take the beads or the seed of a white lotus. So lotus flowers. When the petals fall off, it leaves a little bud on the inside. In that bud, there are seeds. If you get the seeds of the white lotus and you make a mala of that, 108, and you can do japa and pray to Durga Devi, the mother answers your prayer because she loves the white lotus flower. This has been seen in Devi Bhagavatam when it comes to worship, especially in our Ratri time. At this time, we conclude our katha. We do have a wonderful cake to cut. But before we cut the cake, tell me your birthday or no? So today my sister celebrated 45 years. How much? So she's celebrating her wonderful birthday today. But before we do the cutting of the cake, we have a surprise for you. Let's invite the surprise at this time now.
शंकर से। पार्वती बोली शंकर से, सुनिए भोलेनाथ जी, रहना है हर एक जन्म में मुझे तुम्हारे साथ जी। वचन दीजिए ना छोड़ेंगे कभी हमारा हाथ जी। ओ भोलेनाथ जी, ओ शंभुनाथ जी, ओ भोलेनाथ जी, ओ शंकरनाथ जी। ओ भोलेनाथ जी, ओ शंभुनाथ जी, ओ भोलेनाथ जी, ओ शंकरनाथ जी। जैसे मस्तक पे चंदा है गंगा बसी जटाओं में, वैसे रखना है अविनाशी मुझे प्रेम की छाँव में। जैसे मस्तक पे चंदा है गंगा बसी जटाओं में, वैसे रखना है अविनाशी मुझे प्रेम की छाँव में। कोई नहीं तुम सा तीनों लोकों में, दशों दिशाओं में, महलों से ज्यादा सुख है कैलाश की खुली हवा में। तुम हो जहां बहा होती है, तुम हो जहां बहा होती है अमृत की बरसात जी। रहना है हर एक जन्म में मुझे तुम्हारे साथ जी। वचन दीजिए ना छोड़ोगे कभी हमारा हाथ जी। ओ भोलेनाथ जी, ओ शंभुनाथ जी, ओ भोलेनाथ जी, ओ शंकरनाथ जी। ओ भोलेनाथ जी, ओ शंभुनाथ जी, ओ भोलेनाथ जी, ओ शंकरनाथ जी। त्रिपुरारी आप हमारे स्वामी हो। देव हो तुम देवों के भोले, अमर हो अंतर्यामी हो। भाग्यवान है हम त्रिपुरारी आप हमारे स्वामी हो। पुष्प विमानों से प्यारी हमको नंदी की सवारी जी। युगों युगों से पार्वती भोले तुम पे बलिहारी जी। जब लाओ तुम ही लाना, जब लाओ तुम ही लाना द्वारे मेरे बारात जी। ओ भोलेनाथ जी, ओ भोलेनाथ जी, ओ शंभुनाथ जी, ओ भोलेनाथ जी, ओ शंभुनाथ जी।
Let's give them a long round of applause. They danced really well. So this time we have the cutting of the cake. That was part of the surprise. We're about to dedicate the birthday song. Everybody can join with us. बार बार दे आए, बार बार दिल ये गाए, तुझे हजार सा ये मेरी है यार। Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to Lakshmi, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to Lakshmi, happy birthday to you. बेकरार हो के दामन तामलू में किसका, क्या मिसाल दिन में तेरी नामलू में किसका। नहीं नहीं ऐसा हंसे कोई नहीं है जिसकी नजर रुक जाए, ये मिसाल जो कहलाए तुझे हजारों साल ये मेरी है यार जो। Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to Lakshmi, happy birthday to you. It's a happy, happy, happy day. It's a holy, holy, holy day. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. It's a happy, happy, happy day. It's a holy, holy, holy day. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. It's a happy, happy, happy day. It's a holy, holy, holy day. It's a happy, happy, happy day. Happy birthday to you. Everybody, everybody. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to... One more time, everybody. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Let's give a round of applause. On behalf of all of us, we'd like to say a special happy birthday to you on this beautiful day, which is days before Deepavali, and you all know why she get the name Lakshmi, because she was born on this time. But before we go into arti, I think we must ask the birthday girl to say a few words. So you could tell me while you're cooking.
Sitaram, everybody. Just want to say thanks so much for coming out tonight to make my birthday evening a very special one. You know, when you reach this age, birthdays, it just feel like another day. But, you know, having my brother, so actually when I asked him to do this prayers, this daily prayers, so this is something that we try to do, you know, I don't want to say yearly, but we try to do often, to give thanks to Devi Ma, because honestly her presence has been so profound in our lives. She, you know, that kahani that he gave, you know, it touched us because she has literally presented herself to us in the most trying times. And for that we are so grateful. So tonight I was so lucky that he had this evening off, which is, you know, not according to his schedule, but I think he just had my birthday off. So I was so happy to get this puja done today. I feel so auspicious and so happy to have all of you to share it with us. And, you know, always remember, as he said, that when you pray and you pray from a pure space, the heavens will literally come, cosmos will support you, and, you know, everything will be okay. So just want to say thanks to everybody again. Meals have been prepared. Please stay back, enjoy. We have ice cream. And, you know, just celebrate this day with us. And thanks again. Thank you to my brother for such a wonderful evening. The vibrations with him is always on a whole different level. And he really made my evening special. Thank you. See everybody.
Let us all stand at this time, my friends. We're about to join in our beautiful arti. Om Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadrakali Kapalani Durga Kshama Shivaratri Swaha Swadha Namostute Om Jai Tvam Devi Chamunde Jabutarti Harani Jai Sarvigati Devi Kalaratri Namostute Suno Meri Devi Parvata Vasini Tera Parana Paya Tera Parana Paya हरे मंगल की सेवा सुनो मेरी देवा हाथ जोड़ तेरे द्वार तेरे सुन मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल तेरे बेत चराया ये तेरे बेत चराया मंगल की सेवा सुनो मेरी देवा हाथ जोड़ तेरे द्वार तेरे जन्म दे देवी पर्वतवासिनी सुबह चोर तेरे अंग विराजे सुबह चोर तेरे अंग विराजे सुबह चोल तेरे अंग विराज केसर तिलक लगाया केसर तिलक लगाया मंगल की सेवा सुनो मेरी देवा हाथ जोड़ तेरे द्वार तेरे सुन मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी ब्रह्मा वेर परे तेरे द्वारे ब्रह्मा वेर परे तेरे द्वारे वेर परे तेरे द्वारे शंकर जान लगाया शंकर जान लगाया मंगल की सेवा सुनो मेरी देवा हाथ जोड़ तेरे द्वार तेरे मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी धूप दीप नैवेद्य आरती धूप धूपदीपनय विद्या आरती धूपदीपनय विद्या आरती मोहन भोग लगाया मोहन भोग लगाया मंगल की सेवा सुन मेरी देवा हाथ जोड़ तेरे द्वार तेरे सुन मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी दुम दुर्गाय नमः 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 दुर्गाय नमः 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 त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शांति हरि ओम। वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की, उमापति महादेव की, जगदम्बा देवी माता की, सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। जय जय सीताराम। Ask ladies, let us all take our seats. As we take our seats and as we've concluded a beautiful night in devotion, of course we invite